Hello, my viewers, my subscribers. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about two brothers, two characters. All right. In this story, after telling you this story, I want you to tell me where in the Bible, which book of the Bible this is taken from. The story is taken from, and what's the names of the two brothers. All right, and what the name of their mother and their father. All right. So these two brothers, from they were in the womb, they were fighting with each other, struggling in the womb, that their mom have to go and seek God's help, ask God's question, why is these two babies fighting in my womb, struggling like that in my womb? And God gave her the answer that because there will be two different nations, right, out of these two brothers, two different nations. One will be, you will read it up and see, like the good side nation, and the other will be on the wrong side, right? So the mother understood, and the first one that came out, always twin, they always say one older than one. So the first one was very hairy, red and hairy. And the second one, when he was coming out of the womb, he hold on to his brother's heel. All right. So they give them their different names. But by growing up, mommy love the father love the hairy one, and mommy love the next one. So it's bring a little controversy right there in the home, because one is favored by the father, one is favored by the mother. So eventually, one have his something that he should kept, but he was a person who liked to go out into the wild, into the forests and hunt. He was like a hunter, so he's like to explore, to go and explore and experience different things. The next one likes to stay home. So it happened that he came home very hungry one evening, hungry, and saw the other brother look about something to eat, and he was in such hunger that he feel like he's gonna faint and died. So he said to his brother, can you give me some of what you have look about? And the brother tell him not. Yes, he will give him all what he wanted to eat out of what he looked about, but he have to sell him something important to that he have for himself. Sell it to him, the next brother, before he can give him something to eat. So he say, okay, he swap what he should keep for himself, swap it with his brother for the food. So he sell his right, you know what I'm talking about, to the food, to his for food to his brother. Okay. So his brother let him swear. That means to say after he done, he can come back and ask sorry. So you have to swear and said yes and give it over. So finally he got that. And it happened that one day their mom heard the father talking to the hairy skin brother, the bigger brother, saying that he must go out into the field and look such and such, and to come and prepare it, cook it, and let him get to bless him. So the mother overheard and go back to the next brother and said, you go out now into the field and order them to go and get like to kill the animal and get the skin and get the thing what the father sent the other brother for, and he came back with it, and the mother prepare it, and the mother put on the animal skin on his hands and so on, and send him in with the food to the father. And when he went into the father was saying, come my son, come nearer. And when he felt it, he said, well, the hands feel like that of my son, but the voice is so like the voice of my other son. So he was assuring his father that, no, it is me, it is me. And the father said, okay, come nearer. After he done, he said, come nearer and kiss me. And after he kissed the father said, yes, I smell the feel on you. Because he have on the whole heap of goat here on him, the father said, smell the feel. Because they know the next brother was out in the field exploring all the time. So the father blessed him and blessed and tell him all that will happen and what will come and what he, will happen to him. All the blessings he have received while the other brother was out in the field doing what he must do to come back to his father. So after the father blessed, the father was blind. So after the father blessed the second son, and he went out, and there come now the first son come in and said, your father, get up, rise up and eat. And when he said, who is this now? And he said, this is your son, such and such. And he said, what? And I just blessed such. The other son came in and said, it was you, and I bless him. I give him all the blessings. And that son screamed out and said, no, father, no. And was saying, do you have any more blessing for me? And he was saying, I give all the blessings to that one. I bless him to do this and do that and to become this and to become that. And all you should bow down to him and everyone. And he was saying, no. And he was crying and said, no more blessing left for me, father. He asked him 3 times until he started to bless him. But he blessed him and said he have to bow down to his brother. And bless him. And the brother went out and swear that after his father died and buried, he's going to kill that brother. So the mother get the news and call that brother and said, come now. And say, your brother is wrought with you because of what you have done. See, you have robbed him 2 times now from what you have got first and then from his blessing. So you got to leave here. He's going to kill you. So the mother packed him up. That is her favorite son, and sent him over to her brother. Direct him, tell him where to find her brother. So he eventually left and went over there and saw a nice lady come to attend to the sheep and so on. He went and helped her. She was so beautiful. He went and helped her. And then he identified himself, tell the person who he meets and such and such. And the young lady run and go and tell her daddy, her father. And the father came to meet him and greet him and let him know that, yes, you are my sister's son. You are welcome to stay in my home. And, start treating him well. Then he said, all right, you're here working. I want to give you weekly wages. What should I pay you? How should I pay? And he said, I love your daughter. This second daughter here, I love her so much. I would work for her. He promised to work 7 years for her. And the uncle agreed. So he worked, and it was 7 years now. And they arranged a big feast and so on for the wedding and thing. But guess what? In those days when you are going to marry, you veil. So he couldn't see the face of the wife. And in the morning when he wake up, he realized that the uncle tricked him. It wasn't the second daughter, it was the first daughter, and he didn't love that daughter. So he went back to him and said, what is this you done to me? And he have to go back and work 7 years again. That's 14 years to get the real wife that he wanted. And it was a struggle. And long story short, by that time now he was there with the uncle a long time, many years, having children with the first wife that he doesn't love, bearing 5 children, 5 sons, and the one that he loved so much, God closed up her womb because he favored her too much and didn't love the first wife. So the first wife, although she having children from him, still never appreciated it. So the second wife, now that he loved so much, God let her maid married to him and gave birth to 2 sons. And she was saying, yes, now through the maid, it's my son and so on. And then the other sister prayed to God to bless her. And then she put out her maid for him to marry also. And she bare 2 more sons also. So God opened her womb again, and she bare about 2 more sons, or I think 3. And then God remembered the second wife and opened her womb. And she bare 2, 1 son first and then another one after. So he decided that he's gonna part from his father-in-law house now. He want to go out on his own with, So they separated. They have to get this potted calf, and he work his tricks and get a lot of animals and so on. And they left and their journey and so. But guess what? While they were journeying, he was going to meet his brother now. And remember, 20 years he have been separated from his brother, for 20 years. And now, where he's going, I'm going to meet face to face with his brother. And he was fearful. He was afraid. And he was wondering what could happen. So he separated. Some of his family put some different groups, that if the brother comes to slaughter, it doesn't slaughter everyone. And he wanted to make sure that the brother forgive him or is still hungry with him. So he sent out a lot of men to him to say, as if he is the one who bowing down to the brother, to say, thy servant, tell him that his servant such and such is here, and send peace offering to him, and so on, and send messenger. They went to that brother, tell him of the message that he have sent to him, and so on, but he didn't send back an answer. So when they came back to him and didn't give back an answer what the brother said, he was sore afraid and was saying, well, that brother still upset with him, still gonna kill him. So he was afraid and didn't know what to do now. So he was praying and asking God to intervene and so on and so forth. And they was journeying. While he's going, the brother is coming. He's going to his father's land, and his brother is coming his way. So it happened that he prayed and he sent away everybody from him, everyone, and say want to be alone, to have some time with God, to pray with God, to reason with God for that whole day and the night. He just want to be by himself, to have that communication with God. And they left, and he was there by himself all day, and he was in communion with God, reasoning it out with God, maybe confessing all that he have done wrong before when he was much younger, and so on and so forth, and asking for forgiveness and asking God to help him, that when both of them meet together, he and his brother, it will be peaceable, not in any war for the brother to hurt him or hurt his children and his wives. So he was there communicating until night come down now, and he was sleeping, and there came someone attack him and he jumped up on him, and that person start to wrestle right through the night, wrestling, because he thought that it was a man, like his brother sent someone to kill him, and he is fighting for his life. Imagine you fighting for your life. So he and that person wrestling all night, tired, weak, weary, depressed, feeling helpless, because he's there wrestling from night come down right back till day, sunlight, tired. And when the day coming to break now, soon day break, the person that he was wrestling with want to get away now, and he was still wrestling with that person, and that person determined, say, okay, I have to do something to stop this man. So he was wrestling with an angel. So the angel used his 2 fingers to push in his thigh right here and pull it out of joint, okay, like cripple him. So when he felt the pain and everything, he hung on to the person now. And that's the time he was realizing that he was wrestling with a human being, with a man, but he was wrestling with Jesus himself. Yes, he was wrestling with Jesus. And when that happened to him, he did not let go and cry out in pain. He hung on to Jesus, hung on, and said, and Jesus said, let me go. I must go before the break of day. And he said, I will not let thee go until you blessed me. And he hung on for dear life, although he was in pain and couldn't stand now, because he was a cripple then. He couldn't stand because it was out of joint. And he hung on still to Jesus for mercy, for help, and asking him to help him, bless me. I will not let thee go until you bless me. And Jesus was saying, let me go before the break of day. And he said, I will not let thee go, my Lord. I will not let thee go until you bless me. What a man of faith. What a man full of courage and faith. How many of us would do that? And he hung on to Jesus. And Jesus eventually have to bless him, because he see that this is a good man, a strong man, a faithful man. Right? Imagine. Which other human being could wrestle with Jesus all night? You see how that special son was so strong, wrestling with Jesus right through. Yes, he was a man full of faith, and he was strong, wrestling with Jesus. So when he realized, Jesus blessed him and let him, and Jesus went away. And was on his journey, and his brother was very near. But guess what? God is good all the time, and all the time God is excellent. God knows our mind. He knows our thoughts. He knows what we are thinking. He knows what is ahead, what is behind. He knows everything, because his brother was coming and he was still angry and he was going to destroy him. Although he sent men with peace, good tidings, good offering to him, he didn't accept it, and he didn't send back an answer to his brother. So he was coming with vengeance in his heart. But God knows everything, and he knows how to approach and what to do when the time is right. So what God did, he let Jesus came and wrestle with that special man and put out his joint, so he have to walk with a limp. He have to walk with a limp. And by wrestling with that angel whole night, can you imagine? He was so tired. So when you look at him, you see the stress. He didn't get any sleep. He was tired, stressed, depressed, going through a lot of things, and thinking about his brother, what he's gonna meet, who is gonna kill him now, and maybe kill his children and his wife and his servant. So a lot was on his mind. So while the brother coming, he was staggering, walking like this, limp, because his line is out of joint now. So he's in pain, so much pain. Have to have a stick now, balancing on this stick, because this side is crippled, and he's struggling. I have to stop and rest, stop and lean and rest. And you know, he's in pain, he's tired, he's depressed, he's going through a lot. And his brother is coming now. Look down the road, his brother is coming. And he saw his brother coming, and he's limping toward his brother. He don't know what in his brother's mind. He don't know if his brother is gonna kill him. He don't know what he's gonna face. But anyway, he's limping, going to meet his brother, with sadness in his heart. But he's going. And when the brother stay afar off and look and saw the condition of his brother, that he was hungry bit, and he saw how he have this stick trying to come towards him, struggling to walk, struggling in pain, depression on his face, stress on his face. He could not bother. He make sure tell his soldier, don't hurt that man. He's my brother, don't hurt him. He give them the command, don't hurt him. And while they were approaching, and he was coming, and the next brother was going towards him, and he's coming towards him, the brother who could walk properly run and come and hug him and kiss him on the neck. Because how could he, for 20 years, haven't seen his brother, and saw the brother in that terrible pain? Don't care how you hate your brother, and you saw him in so much pain, have a stick, limping, can hardly go, and you see the stress on his face. If you don't mind, him drop, because the pain is in, and he looks so tired, so helpless. Oh my, you would be a heartless person to go and hurt your brother. Instead, you have compassion. You have compassion upon his brother, and run and hug him and kiss him and cry on his shoulder. 20 years they haven't seen each other. 20 years he have that pain and hunger against his brother to slay him anywhere he saw him. He's gonna kill him. But when he saw the depression, when he saw the stress on his brother's face, when he saw how tired he looked, how weak he looked, how frail he looked, he could hardly walk, he was limping. He have compassion. God softened the hardened heart that he had. God softened it for his brother, right? So when he saw him, he have compassion upon him, and run and hug him and kiss him and cry. And they talk about long time things, and he forgive his brother, not he forgive his brother, right? So I'm saying now, God knows our heart. He knows the hard side of us and the soft side of us. So God know what would happen if both of them was to meet like this, strong, both of them walking strongly toward each other. Nothing wrong with any of them. So God let that happened, that he wrestled with the angel and God caused his lion to be out of joint so that he could limp, so that the brother saw and have mercy upon him and not to hurt him. You see how easily God worked it out? How easily was there contemplating, crying, praying, asking God to help him to face his brother, help him to help the brother not to kill him, and see how God work it out? Yes, he sent Jesus to take out his joint that he have to limp. So how could you kill a brother when you see him limping coming toward you? Think about that. You both of you are one mom, and plus you are twins. So now how you hate your brother, and when you see him limping in that form, and the hurt and the pain in his eyes, you couldn't have the heart to hurt him. You'd have more feel sorry for him. So you saw God work in different ways when God wants to rescue us and to save us from our enemy or even from our own family who we wrong and would want to hurt us, or he protected us. Yes. So I want you to tell me now the names of the two brothers in this story, and the name of their mother, the name of their father, and yes, right. Just tell me the name and where it is taken from, which book in the Bible and the chapter. All right? Which book in the Bible and which chapter. All right? So this is your story time for you to give me answer to these questions. Please put it in the comment. All right? I hope you all enjoy a blessed Sunday tomorrow for those who are going to church tomorrow. Hope you enjoy your Sunday worship. Have a blessed and peaceful Sunday, all right? When it comes tomorrow. And pray for life with Bev Brown. Blessings to you all. Enough love and blessing to you, Miss Bev's production. Enough love and blessings to you, my sister Joyce. And love and blessing to you, JB, who always try to support Life with Bev Brown. And to all who supported and who don't supported, love and blessings to you all over the weekend. Be careful. If you drink, don't drive. And if you drive, don't drink. Love and peace, joy and happiness. I sent you all. Peace out. Love you guys. Bev Brown said that. Church was lovely today. All right? It was a warm welcoming at church today. I feel blessed. The sermon that preach, I feel blessed, is the same story that I tell you. Peace out. Love you guys.